Now what you can see now?
Let me go to the link.
Now it's live, huh? Okay, I'm going to share some of the file. Are you seeing this one?
Wait, I'm not holding it.
If I say something, I think it's recorded, right?
Okay. Now we started recording. I'm just going to the link.
So you can actually hear what I say now, right?
Yeah. No, just the camera.
Huh? You see yourself also?
Yeah, here, see?
Oh.
Oh, it's all like
So you can actually hear what I say now, right?
it's a little bit delayed, but
Yeah.
this is the camera.
You also try. We sent you a link, right? See, if I do this one, you'll see this one. If I do this one, you'll see this one.
It's something I really liked about your profile. You had so many links and information.
Oh.
And lots of pictures.
But this one here, no sound. How come?
No sound where?
The video. I thought it should be showing now, right? Oh.
It's not playing.
It's not playing?
No, it's not playing.
Oh, it's share, I think.
The video is not playing. It's paused.
Yeah, but I cannot start it. Okay, it's sharing.
You want to share the video screen?
Let me see. But here it's sharing, right? Share screen.
Yeah.
Okay. So window, you put this one. Play again. So it's now sharing this one now. Oh, I still have to go to it. Oh, then you have to stop and switch. Yeah, yeah.
Go back to the video. Window video play. On top.
Window. No. Yeah.
Now it's
I mean every time when sharing, I have to stop the last one and then put in the share screen and there.
Yeah.
I cannot take it down out. No.
again.
I have to stop for the minute. Yeah. How do I know people are talking? You cannot see, right?
I can see here. It says one person watching now. That's me.
No, I mean anybody joining us, can you see?
No, you cannot see unless they say something. But you can see how many people. You cannot see their names, but you can see. Wait, the video is not working.
Huh? It's not working? No, this is screen. I have to stop. I stop, then I start again. Then I choose. Okay, now I'm choosing this one.
Yes.
So you should see this one now, right?
Yes. Yeah. Put it on full screen.
But how come the sound is still there? I thought the other one stopped already.
You didn't stop it. You have to stop it. Just click on the video to stop. Oh, now it stops.
Yeah. Oh, they mean I
This is
cannot.
what it looks like.
Yeah, it should be like this.
Yeah.
So then I put on full screen. Okay, now it's full screen.
Full screen.
But now from here I cannot tell. I have to go to the Google Hangout, the screen, right?
Yes.
But my screen is how come it's so? Oh, that means if it's like this, that means it's better to record the thing and then to share the thing rather than.
I think this is better. So once you put it on full screen, then you can just share.
No, what I'm trying to say, I want to monitor I want to see the status. I cannot see from here. No, I lost my own. Tell me what I should do is actually to put in auto. This one, right?
What do you mean?
I mean the slide will keep on moving by itself.
Oh, yeah, you can do that.
Slideshow. It's not showing.
Is it online session still working? Yeah.
What?
It's still working.
Yeah, it's online now.
It's called Meet Local Guru. You click on the for deep travel.
What do I have to save this one?
Room for deep travel. Travel culture people. You have to travel. You know? Yeah.
But I already put it under auto mode, but how come it's not showing there?
What is it?
This presentation should be on auto now. I'm trying to see. They may say because I'm not speaking, so in a way I want to make this one room.
Well, then put it on slideshow.
I already done.
From beginning.
Set up.
Look at this.
Yeah, but it's not doing it.
You can just click.
No, it should be auto. That means without interruption, without manual input.
I don't know. Is it required to log in to see the? No, is it restricted? No. Okay.
Let me see again. It's working, right? No, I want to put this show on auto. So that until people come, then maybe I'll do. Is it on auto now? I think it's something.
No, it's not like auto.
No, here, set up. See, monitor automatic. It's only the play. Yeah, last time I used to do that. The name is actually auto. Maybe you have to save it, you have to refresh it or what.
Just give it time. It's gonna open.
You can hear what you're talking now. Yes. You can hear.
Something loud.
I think it's still set up.
This is recording.
This is recording. This is use timing. That means you don't have to use the monitor and it will automatic.
This is for recording.
Is that right? Let's see. No, that means don't use when you say presenter, maybe they present, but then it's already auto.
I really don't know. But you can just, do the slide with the arrows. Here.
Yeah, but then we want to go away and then let it run on its own,
Yeah, I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Let me try again. Now all this is being broadcast online now at real time.
But no, right now we can see you, not the screen.
Huh?
We can see you, not the screen. You're not sharing the screen on Google Hangout.
You mean you see me?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, share screen. Hmm? Okay, sharing this one. So now you see this one, right?
Yes. And then wait. Because there's delay, so yeah, now it's sharing.
I want it to be auto. So of course, now I can just keep on go down. Actually, I want to explain all this thing. I want to explain the slide.
Because like I don't know how to do auto and then put it on the full screen and keep switching with the eyes. And you can explain while you're switching.
Yeah. But then I'm now like, I don't know where the audience is, because again, I didn't see anything. Okay, today's purpose actually is to talk about two things. One is talk about the local guru for travel, and then the other topic that we want to cover is on this local guru cooperative, which is a platform for 6 sectors. Okay, we go to the first sector, which is on tourism. So this tourism sector, we have two roles here. One is to become a local guru and also to meet a local guru. So why do we need to have this? Why you need to meet the local guru? Okay, the reason is very simple. You need to, as a newcomer, you want to have a local guide for places, people, and activity. And also, you may want to customize your local tour. And of course, it also facilitate relocation by expatriate and other traveler. Okay, the other approach is actually to become a local guru. So it can be a part-time, full-time job creation. And it helps newcomer on tour and settling down to their desired lifestyle, covering live, work, travel, and play. Okay. Now the purpose of the local guru actually is to enable people to do deep travel, deep culture, and deep commons and deep wealth. I will explain a little bit on each one of them. The methodology we use is actually sharing economy, people person-to-person diplomacy, P2P economy, which is the same as a sharing economy. And of course, we're using a lot of this digital literacy thing. It's a kind of a lifelong learning process. Okay, the local guru cooperative actually have 6 sectors. So today, our main emphasis is on tourism. But we can actually cover later on, very briefly touch on the business consultancy sector, and then the property sector, and then business startup sector, entrepreneurship, and then 2 more very important sector will be on the digital literacy. There are many areas that can be covered under digital literacy and also the local proximity marketing. This is a very important sector. So let us go one by one. So for tourism, the local guru package, actually we design a package for 4 days and 3 nights. The package includes accommodation on shared basis, co-working, co-living facilities, because the location is actually designed as co-working and a co-housing space. If you actually arrange pick-up and drop-off at this KL Central Station upon arrival and departure, So deep travel will be done using public transport and walk about, because it's only through this way you get to know the place more intimately. So you'll cover the major touristic spot in and around Kuala Lumpur. Now, deep ecology means we're doing some jungle trekking and also waterfall, so that the person will appreciate the ecological aspect, not just the touristic aspect. Deep culture actually refers to the more understanding of the local and cultural characteristic. Deep well, actually, we'll cover this and later on a little bit. Mean how do you actually to become self-independent and free? We will cover this in more detail afterward. So this Meet Local Guru package actually has this various component. So it's actually 4 day, 3 night. The cost is actually 250 ringgit per person. We need minimum 2 person to join the package, maximum 4. Okay, the other sector under the Local Guru collaborative is on business consultancy for small, medium enterprise or businesses. So the Local Guru will actually conduct training on this productivity improvement, and also this PDCA cycle. PDCA cycle is actually plan, do, check, and action. This is one of the most important techniques utilized for productivity improvement for SME. And then, of course, there will be the local guru also will be doing the life coaching, and also digital literacy as a lifelong learning process. Now, the third sector under this local guru cooperative is the home share mini tycoon series. Now, this home share actually is a property scheme whereby we concentrate on the co-working and the co-living spaces. It's designed for live, work, travel, and play. Live means the person can actually live in the area. Usually the project is listed under Airbnb. So it's designed for living. And also there's a business center in the location. So it's also designed for working either online or offline. This home share package also involve traveling. The traveling, it has two aspects. One is holiday exchange. That means you can exchange a house with other people in other parts of the world. So that one is called what we call holiday exchange, home exchange. The participant in this home share also can actually do hosting of couch surfers, all this thing. So it's also under travel. So learning means we organize workshop and seminar and training. So as you can see later on, we're talking about the digital literacy. These are the areas that we like to concentrate on the learning part. Play has actually three meanings. First one, of course, is relaxation and entertainment. In this narrow sense, there's a swimming pool. We have a home theater. Also, there's a karaoke set. So this is what we meant by play in this narrow sense. But we would prefer the play in this broad sense. In this broad sense, play means our life should be not boring. Shouldn't be just 9 to 5. So play is meaning if you enjoy your work and you like your living, then it's not job, it's not work, it's play. So in that sense, there is a proper meaning of the word play. Now this home share property actually is based on the sharing and cooperative and solidarity economy. This is what we meant is that this, you see the property price is getting expensive, so a lot of young people may not be able to purchase a property themselves without financial help from their parents. But then through this home share scheme, we are grouping people to purchase a property, to own the property on a sharing basis. So the threshold to get involved into the property game is much lower now. So that is what we meant by sharing, collaborative, and the solidarity economy. I mean, we are grouping people, people who lack financial resources, to be in a group, and then to start investing in property. This is the idea. Now this home share also ultimately lead to the formation of the commons. The commons actually, we have three types of economy now. One is a capitalistic, which is what we are experiencing now currently. The other one is what we call the socialist or communism. Now these two economies have its advantage and disadvantages. But the best, if you take the best from both sides, from each side, then you get the common. The common is also has the characteristic of the capitalistic society. At the same time, it has the characteristic of the communal socialism. So what we're trying to say is the commons actually is formed from the good parts taken from capitalism and from communism. So that is what we call the commons. So this property sharing actually will form the commons. Okay, we move to the another sector for this local guru cooperative, which is a business startup. What we promote is using this co-sharing, co-working space to encourage a lean business startup. Lean business startup means you start a business with a minimum capital outlay. So that would mean the cost will be really low. This is what we call the incubator, business incubator and accelerator. So you also get, excuse me, you also get the advisory, mentoring services and the coaching services under this the lean startup arrangement. So in other words, the local guru will be helping in the mentoring and coaching of the business startup. So the life coach will be, as I mentioned earlier on, the coaching will be on the three aspects: the body, the mind, and the spirit. Body mean it's just like the corporate side. You know, it's talking about the corporate world. You know, in other words, how to be financially self-sustainable. And also, of course, when we say body, also how to take care of your health, all these things. So that is part of the life coaching. Now, the next one is on the cognitive or intellectual world. So we have three kinds of success: body, mind, and spirit. So the mind is referring to the cognitive and the intellectual world. So this one will encourage an inquisitive mind. So that's the idea of this the coaching. The local guru will do all these things. And then the third area, of course, is cosmic and the spiritual side. This is actually the integration of all the various elements, so that they form a holistic outlook. So this is the entrepreneurship sector. Okay, we come to the digital literacy sector. The digital literacy sector actually cover the individual and the social skills needed to effectively interpret, manage, create meaning in the growing range of digital communication channel. So in other words, it covers individual skills and social skills. So basically what we are trying to do is what the local guru will try to achieve is to facilitate people to become techno-confident, that means comfortable with various technology, digital technology, and also become techno-savvy. That means they become very good in the various digital technology. So the foreign digital technology will be cover print, texting, and hypertext literacy. This one, the detail actually, we of course will know how to create printed material in the form of a digital way. So you can put up like a magazine or newsletter, whatever. So after you get to know this print texting and hypertext literacy. Texting, of course, is to create the post, whatever, using the different social media, whatever. The hypertext is in a way involving a little bit of computer programming, especially when you do this website and all this thing. So this one basically covering the hypertext literacy. Now, the computer world, the technology world, of course, is multimedia. So the local guru, we also cover the multimedia and the gaming literacy. So now it's very popular. Gaming actually very popular. Like very recently, this Pokemon, it's now it's getting people getting crazy about it. Why it is like that is because it's a gaming. It's a gaming literacy. So people are using gaming to promote business, to do many things. So we need to know about this, get some knowledge of this gaming technology. Of course, multimedia cover the print, the voice, and the visual. So this one, of course, you need to know multimedia side. The next one is very important on this digital literacy is the mobile literacy. So a lot of people now have mobile phone. In fact, the world is heading toward this smartphone technology. So mobile literacy is very important in that sense. So the local guru will cover this mobile literacy, like get to know some of the apps like WhatsApp, and so also WeChat. All this are part of the mobile literacy. The next one is code literacy. Code literacy actually is a little bit on the something to do with hypertext and also the coding, like a bit on computer programming. It also related to the tagging, search, and filtering literacy. So to be digital techno-comfy or techno-savvy, we must have good knowledge of tagging, search, and filtering literacy. So this will be covered by the local gurus under the local guru collaborative program. Of course, the next one is very important. Actually, is regarding the network and participatory literacy. This is actually basically talking about how do you establish a network, like how do you set up a Wi-Fi, and all this thing. So also how do you actually get yourself into Facebook and other social media. These are what we call participatory literacy. So the next one is very important also under this digital literacy is the intercultural literacy. That would mean you get to know the different cultural habit of people from different parts of the world when you interact with them online. So this is intercultural literacy. Now the last one also very important. In fact, we do a lot of it. What we call the remix literacy. That means you can actually take many digital files or resources from different places, and you mix them so that they become become a multimedia file that you create yourself. Also, of course, you can do Photoshop. You do the remix. Even for audio, you can do the remixing. So in the end, you create your own file, which is a digital file. Then you can actually spread this file or whatever information or creativity you have online, so that people actually can participate in whatever you're doing. So remix, of course, also in a way, something to do with the open source, uh, the open source code, all this thing. So this is all part of the digital literacy program. So we have local gurus who can cover all this thing. So the next one, okay, this one is, as I mentioned, it's something to do with the smartphone as well. It's this Solomo now is a very important phase now. People need to know about what is Solomo. Solomo actually stands for social, local, and mobile. That's why it's called Solomo. Social is actually it connect something to do with the networking, social media, and all these things. So that's why we need to be knowledgeable in the social media, all those things. And then local, I mean, you see, the digital world it can be global, but more importantly, actually the local aspect. Because globally, you cannot have your customer all over the world. So your customer usually at the local. So they are at the location where you are situated. So how do you find out these people in your local environment? So this is what the local technology is all about. So that's why they have this called the Wi-Fi, the local proximity marketing. So this all have to do with the smartphone. Because nowadays we are uh, trending toward this smartphone. So everybody can move around and discover whatever need to do while on the move, and at the same time it's online. So there are many business opportunity dealing with this Solomo. So the local guru will be able to touch on this thing and using the Wi-Fi, how to set up Wi-Fi for shops. It's a very good business. So I think this is upcoming business. So I just mentioned the sixth sector that will be done under this local guru cooperative. So local guru cooperative actually is dealing mainly with the real estate, I mean the property, and also the local concern. So that's why the Solomo is so very important. So when you overlap local concern with real estate, what you get is a sociable home. So our project is actually on sociable home. So it's also cooperative. Uh, we have some video done by this Rachel Bosman. She actually explained a lot on this, what is meant by cooperative consumption. What we mentioned just now is actually all dealing with cooperative consumption. That's why we use the word local guru cooperative. Okay, cooperative consumption dealing with sharing economy, person to person, relocalization. I mean, we try to bring back not globalization. So because globalization is now getting into some kind of a problem, and it create. In fact, now people are trying to get back to local. That's why we call relocalization. Local. That's why it's very important to emphasize on the word local now, because a lot of things has been done locally, and it's very bad. Just emphasize on globalization, because globalization, like for instance, the food you eat, we consume now, because of globalization, so the food we consume could have traveled a few thousand kilometers reaching our table. So whereas we have food that is locally available, so that's why we have to have a balance between globalization and localization. So the cooperative consumption actually is trying to bring about this relocalization. Uh, the cooperative consumption also help us to bring about this what we call the pay it forward alternative currency, because when you do relocalization, you don't really have to use cash. You can use a non-cash kind of a transaction. So that's why the relocalization is important. And also relocalization will bring about equality and equity and sustainability. Now, all these things is difficult to cover in one session. So what I'm trying to get is to form this local guru collaborative. You have people who are very knowledgeable in all these topics. Okay, on this sociable home, this project actually is to create a third space. What do you mean by third space? Okay, our home is called the first place. This first place, third place, and second place business is actually brought about by an American professor who observed that in our society we have three kind of spaces. The first place is our home where we stay. You know, our private home. The place we work, our office is actually the second space or second place. So they are quite distinct. That's why you have the house and the office. But there's another space called the third space, which is the church. It's a third space. It's a place where the community gather. So we have three kind of places. So we have the first place, which is the home. We have the second space, which is the office. We have third place, which is the place to do socialization. So of course, the club, all these are what we call the third space. And Facebook is the largest third space in the world because people do gathering there and socialize there. So these are the third space. Now, sociable home actually is a third space. So why is it a third space? Because we are what we call a great socializer. So you can see here, maybe it's not too clear, but there are 5G here. You can see why sociable home is important rather than the first place and the second place. So we have to emphasize on the third space. The third space is your most valuable personal space. Okay, here we touch a little bit more on the third space. So third space is actually, in a way, is also our secondary home. Second or secondary home. So it could be your second home or your secondary home. You can use it for live, work, travel, and play. Live mean you know, it's just like Airbnb. You know, you can actually get people to come in and stay there. And of course, travel, you can get council first to utilize the space. That's also living. Okay, work mean as I mentioned earlier on, you can do online work or freelance work in this the sociable home. Okay, you can use it for traveling or host people, so that when you next time you travel, you also get hosted. You can use a space for organizing workshop, lifelong learning, all this thing. And of course, a good place for rest and recreation. Okay, we all this are actually whatever we mentioned up there. Really is a social kind of business. You're not just talking about making money, so it's social. Okay, this is social enterprise. So social enterprise, uh, you can get different funding. The Malaysian government has this magic, which is a Malaysian Global Innovation Creativity Center. So they provide grants for this social enterprises. Of course, social enterprises can also be funded by crowdfunding. Now, all this sound a bit complicated. You have local guru who are familiar with all these different topics. So we are getting people to cover all these things. Of course, Soho Land is one of the social business that we started here. So we have programmed this place accessible by subscription and also either through internship residency fellowship. Now, internship mean people come in here to help out with the program, maybe for 3 weeks. So this is what we call the interns or the volunteer. So we have the internship program. We also have the residency program. The residency program are people who actually rent the space here on a monthly basis. They stay here, they take a room, they become a resident here. So it's a residency program. We have also fellowship. Fellowship are the people who own the place. So if the person owns this place, they are the fellow. So we have the fellowship program. Okay, the sharing economy, actually, here you can see that there are many sectors of the sharing economy, what we call the solidarity economy as well. So what we are trying to do is actually to create, you can see the cycle here, the creation, and then the production, the exchange, the transfer, and then the consumption sector, and also what you do with the surplus allocation. So the local Guru cooperative actually try to cover all the sector. And although today our emphasis actually to be on the tourism sector. So, but then there are many sectors that can be done on this using the sharing economy. So you can see the detail here. Of course, if you want to have a copy of this slide, you have to send me an email so that I can let you have the file, this presentation file. Okay, I think very briefly, if you have extra time, I will show you some of the video so you can actually view the video. Now, the next step is actually call for action. Huh? So you can get a free copy of this presentation and other materials. We have other materials as well. So you can apply to gain free access to the Soho land, and also to become part of this local Guru cooperative. So we will have subscription program. Of course, like today we are talking about the tourism aspect. So you can actually participate in the tourism local Guru package. And then you can also upgrade yourself from internship to residency or fellowship at Soho land. And of course, we're talking about expansion of the property into other parts of Klang Valley. So if you want to get more detail on the upcoming activity, you can visit the website Soho Land Cooperative, and also Soho Minium Blogspot, or the Facebook area, Facebook Hypercube Soho Land. Okay, this is a very, actually I'm just testing this approach using Google Hangout, doing it online. We're also doing it on site, so I'm trying to have two versions merged together. So of course you're welcome to come to the site, and in fact it's better to come to the site because then you can have a feel, personal familiarity with the project. And for those who couldn't come over, can always join us online. Okay, the extra time I will. What I will do will be, if there are any question, of course, I'll be able to answer them online, or you will view some video that I'm going to present to you. Are you hearing? Are you hearing me?
Yeah.
Susan, right?
Yeah, I just I turned down the volume so there's no echo.
Oh. So I will be stopping this. I will go to another sharing. Oh, I have to open the file first. Oh, I could share this way. Hmm.
Experience. If everyone's outsourcing assembling IKEA furniture, should we potentially be offering that kind of service? Now, this gentleman here is actually a guy called Chris Mock, and he's very typical of the types of people that you find on these platforms. 70% of the runners on TaskRabbit are formerly unemployed or underemployed. So this is actually not just transforming the way individuals get things done, but it's creating a whole new supply of labor
It's not sharing, right?
for economies. And I call these people micro entrepreneurs. Just like sellers on eBay, these are people that are now empowered to make money or save money from their assets in totally new ways. Okay, so that's collaborative lifestyles. The second big category that I want to look at is products or stuff. Now, this gets into a system called product service systems. And it's quite a technical term for explaining basically the shift underway where people pay for the benefit of a product or its use without needing to own the product outright. And it really
I'm not sharing this one. How do I share this one now?
shift that is taking hold in our lives. And it's a shift that is going from an asset-heavy
But I agree on this.
lifestyle to an asset-light generation. So what do I mean by that? In so many different areas of our lives,
No, I didn't open.
giving
You
up
open here now.
physical ownership of stuff, and in turn, we're paying for access. So I just want you to raise your hand if you identify with any of these two shifts. So how many of
So
you
now-
used to buy DVDs or records, or I remember making little TV sets for my boyfriend?
No, are you sure it's sharing?
So how many of you used to buy those, and now given up doing that, and mainly pay for access through things like Spotify or iTunes? Just raise your hand. So about 50% of the audience. Okay, video. I find video really interesting, right? I'm staying with my parents at the moment in London, and in their lounge, they have shelves of video sets. And I said to Mum, why are you keeping these? You don't own a VHS player. And she said, I can't throw them away because it's a reminder that they're completely obsolete, that I don't need this stuff anymore. But how many of you don't buy video cassettes anymore? You download video content through like Netflix or Big Pond or YouTube. So you may go digital with your film and video. Raise your hand. So a few more, about 60. Sorry? Private or paid? Oh, we'll get onto that in a second. And then the third, let's get that. Books I find really interesting. I remember talking to people even 3 years ago, and they said, I will never read a digital book. I love the experience of curling up in bed with a physical book. And now already 25% of the books market is digital. So how many of you just, maybe you're a hybrid, but you sometimes read digital books on the Kindle or your iPad? Okay, so it's kind of reflective of the market. The video is the most mature, then music, then books. Now, what all these examples are is actually the it's a macro shift underway. And it's a macro shift where in so many parts of our lives, we're actually saying we don't need to own stuff. We actually only need to pay for the experiences it builds. So when you hear people talking about this big idea connected to the sharing economy and access over ownership, this is what they're talking about. When you can pay to access the benefit of things versus needing to own individual goods. Now, this principle is applied to lots and lots of different sectors, and it works really well for certain categories. So it works really well for goods that are very expensive, so luxury rental and solar panels. So these are goods that people wouldn't be able to own outright. It also works really good for things that have limited usage. So I have a little son, he gets bored with his truck within about 2 days, which is partly why his toy subscriptions are going through the roof. So rather than buying toys, you pay a subscription subscription and you get new toys every single month. And then the fourth category ties really well are things that have limited use or are really big and bulky to store. So things like machine equipment or DIY tools. Now, the business model that you tend to see around these systems are called tiered subscriptions. And tiered subscriptions is just like, movies on demand, where you can basically say, I think I'm going to have 2 handbags a month, or I think I'm going to have 10 handbags a month, and you give it a subscription fee based on your usage. Now, where this model works best, where product service systems really take off, is when things have something called idling capacity. Now, idling capacity is probably one of the most important principles of product consumption. And basically, it's the untapped social, economic, environmental value of underutilized goods. So if you think about that TP that wasn't used, if you think about the skills people have that aren't used, if you think about all the stuff in our lives, all these things have idle capacity. And what technology enables us to do is make that capacity liquid and unlock the wealth. Now, cars, as I said, are undoubtedly sort of the gateway into this idea. And cars make a lot of sense to be thought of in terms of ownership. Because cars don't actually make sense when you look at the economic equation. So the average car sits idle for 23 hours a day. Yet it's the second highest household expense, where it costs around €600 a month to own. So the growth of car sharing is absolutely astounding. And I actually came across this really interesting study that was done in Germany recently, where they asked women of 18 to 25-year-olds, this was done across the country, tens of thousands to 18 to 25-year-olds, you have a choice. You can either own a car or you can own a mobile phone. 75% said they would rather own the smartphone than the car. Now, this is a massive generational shift, because all around us, people are saying we can now access physical assets through our phone. This is a completely different mindset to our parents' generation, where only a car was sort of the holy grail of freedom and convenience and a real status symbol. But for the younger generations, owning that smartphone is that access to this world. Now, this is why when big car sharing automotives are looking at this data, they are starting to say, within 10 years, our business will not be in selling cars. Our business will be in mobility services. In other words, they're rethinking their whole business model to turn it from a product to a service. So I'm just going to skip through some of these. So this is one of the most innovative ones. This was actually BMW's Drive Now. Did anyone hear about this? It was piloted actually in Hamburg. And what they wanted to see was whether they could make the economics work, where you could actually pay for the car by every single minute that the car is used. So this is very different from most car insurance systems where you pay by the hour. The other thing that's different from the BMW Drive Now to other car sharing systems is that you don't pick the car up and leave it at the same destination. You can basically leave it at any drop point. So it's a really interesting example of the role of big brands. As someone from BMW said to me, he said, change is very good, but change with scale is even better. And that's what some of the big brands can do to help you with this space. Now, what you see with these car sharing companies is they work on something called a membership plus usage model. So you pay a basic membership fee, and then they charge you for usage, whether it's by the minute, by the hour, or by the month. Okay, so I'm giving you sort of just the tip of the iceberg in terms of examples and different business models. Now what I want to do is just switch gears and for the last 5 minutes, give you a sense of the 4 things that if you are starting a business, you have to get right and think about, regardless of the sector, whether it's sharing dolls or sharing spaces or sharing cars. So the first thing is trust between strangers. So how you actually build trust in your marketplace when it's a totally different relationship to thinking about assets. And this is particularly prevalent when you're dealing with a peer-to-peer marketplace. The second thing is idling capacity. So I get a lot of ideas sent to me where people, I'll give you an example. So last week, this very smart entrepreneur sent me this beautiful business plan, and he had an idea for tie swapping. and it had all this detailed research that, 1 out of 5 ties had never taken out the box, so it's full of iron capacity. And so I had to point out to him, really, what is the liquid value that is locked into that tie? The reason why homes, the reason why cars, the reason why skills are more successful is because there's a lot of value and capacity locked up in those assets. So you have to think about what is it, the capacity that's locked in that asset that's underutilized, and how much is that really worth? The third, or I put the fourth here, the third is actually a social experience. So a mistake people often make is they create a marketplace, and it's a transactional marketplace. There's no social experience, there's no community built into it. And we forget that one of the reasons why people actually come into these marketplaces is because they're looking for a different experience. So in many instances, you're not building a marketplace, you're building a community around a really new experience. And the fourth is critical mass. So by critical mass, we must have enough supply to be able to meet demand. Now, in most instances, you want to build the supply side first. So you want to build the inventory. And the reason why is because users are slightly skeptical that when they come to these systems and these platforms and these marketplaces. So if they come and they don't find what they're looking for the first time, they're never going to come back. So you're better off actually having more supply and a limited amount of demand and creating sort of a core group of 1,000 people that have a highly positive experience rather than trying to go across lots of categories and lots of regions and blow it up on a really big scale to begin with. So these are sort of the 4 hardcore business principles, if you like, that you need. But there's also a softer side of this that's really important from a brand perspective. So, and this really is why I'm so passionate about this space, because what you see these ideas do really, really well is 3 things. The first is they empower people. They empower people to make better choices around the way they live, work, and consume. They empower people to make money from their assets. They empower people to engage the community in a whole new way. The second is it makes people feel participants in an economy. So if you think of our whole consumer ecosystem, it's very much a one-way transaction. These are very much 2-way relationships. You feel very active versus like a company just selling stuff to you. And the third is humanness. Now, what I mean by humanness is if you think about the last 50 years of consumerism, we've really actually taken the human factor out of many systems, out of many brands. And one of the things that I see happening is this return to transparency, this return to accountability, this return to wanting very authentic relationships with real people. And that kind of takes us full circle to where we started on, which is why this economy is not so far off to what our villagers were doing, where we are innately social creatures. We were born and bred to cooperate. All that's happening is the technology is bringing out those behaviors in ways that we've never seen before to create new economies, to create new kinds of ways of thinking about cities, and to create a whole new generation of entrepreneurs that are really doing incredibly exciting things. So thank you very much for letting me give you the introduction, and please throw any question at me.
So she wrote the book, one book. She read this book. She's an author. Yeah, she read this book.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's her. Okay, let me see what happened now. So you stop sharing. Okay, maybe I do a short presentation on the project.
What is the nationality?
Sorry,
What is the nationality?
American. She's an American.
So here, the video was playing.
Because now you already completed the video. No, so yet. I haven't finished yet.
But it's still there. It's recorded instantly.
Oh.
Yeah.
I want to play maybe a little bit so that they also can see this one. So I'm sharing this one now, right? I can't tell. No, it's here. Am I really sharing this now?
You are sharing this.
Huh?
You are sharing the desktop. Press the photo finger in the bottom. And the first button, right?
So you stop on this.
This is not working.
Not working.
Yeah.
Mine is sensitive, right?
Go to the Google Hangout.
Yeah, just Google Hangout.
Yeah, you're sharing this page. You're not sharing the video.
So how do I share a video now?
Go to the video. Go to sharing.
No,
Google Hangout. Share screen.
share screen. Yeah. But share screen, I have to share something, but now it's not sharing.
Well, click on share screen.
Share screen again.
Go to Google Hangout. There.
Yeah. No. This is the one, right?
Click on it. You have to click on it.
Click on this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Go to share screen.
Ah. But it's not coming up.
You have to click on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Scroll over and click. Yeah.
But then now I don't see the
You don't see the video? Click on the first page.
first page.
First, on the go up there. Click on there.
Ah.
Yeah. Double click. Now go to the video.
I don't know where there's so many. I don't know which one.
No,
is it.
not in there. Go outside of the Google Hangout. Go to the video. Click down. The video. Where was it playing?
Oh, here.
Yeah. Now play the video. Yeah. Now leave it like that, or put it on the full screen.
This is a very full screen.
Full
Eh?
screen down. It's over there. Down. Up. Up a little bit. Up. Go up. That's screen. That's full screen. Yes. Now play the video. It's not playing. Now not from there. In the middle.
Oh yeah, here. So now it's online.
It's never delayed for it.
Yeah, I want this one to be recorded into the web package first.
Yeah.
Then later on I will see.
Is it modified? This video?
No, there's not. This is my production. I compile that. So that all the people will stay there.
The maximum number of posters.
7. Maximum. World cyclist.
Are there organized classes in this program?
No, ground floor. Underneath.
What kind of classes is it? Leadership?
Usually on computer. Computer.
Because mentioned before that the mobile phone is which
Near the university.
area?
You look at the Google map, you will see. You want to go to town?
I think that's for today because it's like so long.
Oh.
But because of time zone changing and everything, I think we will pass off to see waterfall. It's 2 kilometers from here, right?
It's too late already.
It's too late.
Yeah, you have to go into the jungle. Maybe it's a hike.
Okay. So to reach the waterfall, it's gonna be hard at night. Okay. Yeah.
So you take about more than 1 hour, 1.5 hours to reach the waterfall.
Then coming back, it's
Yeah. Yeah, you have to set aside maybe 3 to 4 hours.
Okay.
So now it's of course it's too late. The 4 hours means 7 o'clock. It's too dark. Okay. There's a village just outside. You can see the traditional village. You can go to the river there. You can see there's a swing bridge. You know the bridge they can swing. You can take a walk there. Then you go outside the house. Instead of turning right, you go to town. You turn left. There's the village. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Of course, you can have your food. Hopefully today is open because they're still in New Year mood. Maybe it's still. No, not over already actually. No. Just I think it's over already. Okay. No, I think you didn't eat, right? You should. Yeah, you gotta eat something. Okay, stop.